Okay, welcome back to partially completed board. It's not totally completed yet. You'll see that there's a space missing, a space there for a missing 7555 or a timer chip, which is the reason why that LED is blazing away at the moment. However, what I've done since then obviously is to couple this up to a Triac Web Server. This is just a standard Pic Web type device. It means you can program a web page on it and get the web page to control the intermediate board, which is essentially what it'll be doing. One of the channels, channel 4 at the moment, is not being used, because obviously the timer chip's missing, but you'll get an idea of where it is at the moment. Going across from here, we go across to the Triac block, which I've described earlier, so I won't go over that again. But essentially the intermediate board is driving the Triac board, and the web server is driving the intermediate card via the parallel pins here. I'm only using 4 or 5 pins on this ribbon cable. It's a standard floppy 34 pin type connector which I've jumped across. 9-volt supply, which is shown on the schematic, with a 5-volt regulator to drop it down. Anyway, back to the plot. So essentially what I've done is downloaded this program to the web server and created some buttons so that I can drive the intermediate card. So if I click on the buttons here, channel 1 is in fact a PWM channel, so I can set various values in here for the actual PWM. And of course, if you look on the Triac, if I toggle this on and off, you can see the LED toggle on and off, and the same for the intermediate card. The actual PWM itself, we look on the scope here, you can see is set for 2.5 Ks, and that's in software on the web board. And at the moment, that low period there is looking at the time on of the PWM. So if you can see that if I manually change this figure down to something like 20, we should see a change, as you'd expect, on the PWM. So that's that. That really describes that. Channel 2, we can see, if I can toggle that on and off, and you'll see the same thing happening here, and the same thing for, of course, channel 3, which is just the same thing. Incidentally, because of the fact that it's a web-based application, it means that of course you can drive it from your phone as well. So ultimately you can see that it's changing, and because of the polling arrangement of the app, it means if I turn things on here, you will see it mimicked on the screen if another web browser is open and looking at it. And you see that if I'm doing it by my phone now, and the various channels are flicking on and off. So that's it really. Web server control, intermediate card, which is not totally finished yet, but it's very close, and hopefully should be working sooner rather than later.